What's up, everybody? This is Gabe the Barber coming at you with a new video for this week. I promised, and I'm going to try my best to keep doing it every single week, so I hope you guys like this fixing a $10 haircut. Alrighty guys, so today we're going to start off on the right side of the head, and as you can see, it's pretty bad. My client came in and haven't cut his hair for quite some time, but he came in and he said he missed getting haircuts from me, so this is what we start off with. Start off with the back, and we're slowly just kind of trying to get the line in the back more straight for his mohawk. It was a little bit curved and a little bit messed up, so we're gonna start that off first. Basically, starting my first guideline for the entire haircut, it's gonna be based off of the back for me. Right here, we're going to be using the Chew Pros, and we're going to make our first bald guideline. Just going to go right back in and just make a new guideline, you guys. You know, this is a kind of a hard haircut for someone to, well, not hard haircut to mess up. It's an easy haircut to mess up. But I give props to the person that did try to cut his hair, you know. I was there one day, you know. I was there before. So now I'm going to use my wall magic clips, and this is the metal version. Gonna have the clipper all the way open. The lever is gonna be all the way open, so I'm gonna be going up about almost an inch, about an inch. Gonna make our second guideline. Always brush off after every single time you make a new guideline. I try to my best. Gonna be using the number 1 guard. Got these guards from Barber's Haven out here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I'm gonna have them all the way open, and I'm gonna create my third guideline. So first, remember you guys, we have our first guideline that we made, which is with our Chew Pros with the modified wall blade, which is that first bald line. Then we went in with the blade all the way open. We went up about an inch, and now we're going with the number 1 guard all the way open. When I make my guides, you guys, I always have my clipper lever all the way open. For some reason, it helps me blend the fade out better, and it helps me stretch the fade out. Right here, I'm going to have a 0 guard, and I'm going to be using it halfway open, and I'm going to slowly start to take that line that I made from the half to the 1 open. Slowly trying to get that little line out. As you can see, there's not much of a line there anymore where I just went over. Now we got the 1.5 guard, and we're gonna basically debulk just a little bit of this, not too much, just barely graze the tips of the hair. As I'm moving towards the curvature of his head, you can see that I'm scooping out as much as I could so that I don't go into his actual head and start to give a weird shape when you're looking directly at him. Using my clipper over comb, you guys, I'm going to try to start to blend out that bulk from the top to the bottom. I'm trying to start to get that transition. When I do clipper over comb, you guys, you know, it took me a while to get used to. It took me a while to actually, I wouldn't say perfect it, but I would say perfect it to my best ability that I am able to use it, you know. So it takes time, you guys. A lot of people ask me how to blend from long hair to short hair. You know, I have a good friend of mine that wants to become a barber, and he's having some difficult time blending hair from the top to the bottom. So hopefully this video can help him a little bit, you know, and in person I could actually go more in depth. I slowed the video down, you guys, so that I could try to explain myself a little bit better. In the past videos, I haven't really explained myself that well, you know, so I'm trying to slow the video down and see how it goes. Alright guys, so you can see that it's almost fully blended from the top to the bottom. Now I'm just going to attack that bottom line, and what I do right here is I go in with my clipper all the way closed, and every single time you see my thumb lift off the clipper, I'm constantly either moving the lever up or down. You know, everybody's head is different, you guys. Everybody has different dips and bumps, so you really can't just say from point A to point B, have the clipper open, have the clipper closed. You know, it's constantly playing with the lever, going back and forth, trying to blend different parts shorter than the others just to get that blend to look right, because when there's a dip in the head, it's going to look like a little bit of a dark spot. When there's a bump in the head, it's going to look a little bit lighter than it does on the part of the head that's flat. So always keep that in mind. I rarely use the entire blade when I'm trying to fade that bottom line out, but there are times that I do use the full blade, but I recommend to just use the corners of your blades. Alrighty guys, so I sped up this side, you know, just because it's basically the exact, you know, it's the exact same steps as the last, you know. So just the only difference is I switched it up and I started off my ball line with my clipper, you know, and my clippers are pretty adjusted, almost zero gap, you know, so it gets the job done, you guys. So I guess I could take this time to say, you know, follow me on Instagram at GabeTheBarber9. If you guys are ever in town, if you mention this video, you guys will get 25% off new clientele, you know, to my barbershop, Barber Gabe's Fades. You can see the logo right there in the bottom. That's exactly how you spell it on Google. Yeah, you guys, so for some reason, when I did speed it up a little bit, the video kind of got distorted a little bit. As you can see right here, it's getting a little bit freezing, a little bit, I guess you could say pausing. Sorry about that. I usually edit all my videos on my iPad, but today I wanted to actually put my MacBook to use, you know, just because I spent money on it and it just sits here and I never use it. So, but I actually liked using the MacBook this time. I was actually able to go in and edit a lot more things on the video and detail it a little bit better. The only thing I did not like is that it keeps doing a little freezing and like not pixelizing, I guess you could say. Okay guys, on this side you can see that the blend came out very fast, and I do believe that actually I blended from the bottom up, and as for the other side I blended from the bottom down. I'm actually going to be coming out with a video on what I mean by that. When I do classes here at the colleges here, I do like to teach one side fading from the bottom up and fading from the top to bottom. What I suggest you guys is when you first start off, I suggest that you blend from the top to bottom, just for the reason that, you know, when you're first starting off, you're not really knowing how high to go and what a low, a mid, and a high fade is really, you know. So you tend to take a mid fade to a high fade, and without your knowledge, you know, you just keep on going, you know. So in the next video I'll go more in depth in that if I could. So right here I'm just gonna start with the lineup, and I'm gonna start in the front of the hairline, and I'm gonna work my way to the sides, always keeping the head a little bit tilted down just so you can look directly down at it. And also keep combing the hair out, you guys, you know, because there's been times when I line up somebody and they go home and they comb their hair out and they tell me, hey Gabe, there's a little bit of longer hairs here and there, you know. And so that used to happen a lot to me. So now I do like to comb the hair out multiple times. And rule of thumb for me, which what I teach people when they do ask me for help, people ask me how do they know where to start a lineup or where to end the lineup, you know. Some people don't have good hairlines, you know. As for him, he actually has a pretty good hairline, you know. He is light in some areas, but I have cut his hair before, so I do already know how he likes his hairline. But what I usually like to do, you guys, is I like to go with either the arch of the eyebrow or the end of the eyebrow. And as you can see for him, I went with the end of his eyebrow just because if I was to go with his arch, his eyebrows are very long already. If I was to go with his arch, it would honestly make his face look very small and just wouldn't look right, you know? So you can see right here, when I'm lining it up, I'm not pulling the hair straight down, you know? I'm going in there and I'm making my line and I'm pulling to the side just a little bit, you know, because sometimes the hair will, when you hit it, you know, and you go in there and you score, the hair tends to move, or it kind of combs the other way, you know. So that ensures me to grab the hair properly. Okay guys, you can see right here, you know, just getting the other side done, you know, trying to stay very consistent with it. And right here, I remember there's a little part of the hair that was just kind of being stubborn as hell, that I really couldn't get that out right there. Constantly looking in my mirror to double check, you know, because most of the time, barbers, your eyes do deceive you, you know, so I really like to use my mirror as another set of eyes, and then I look directly at them as my first pair, and I then will take a picture, and then I'll basically see everything if anything is wrong, you know. So I always like to do that. I like to look directly at them with my eyes, and then I like to look in the mirror, and then when I take a picture, I just look at it all overall. Also, I got a new lens for my camera, guys. I finally upgraded. Shout out to my friend Josh Goudele. He's actually the one that made the logo here on the bottom right. Cool. So right here we're gonna go in with his beard, and he already had the guy basically faded down, and he didn't like the way he faded it, so he told me not to really try to blend it in. He just wanted me to reline it up, because the guy that he did go to, he was already mad. He didn't even want to. He was looking at it and he just didn't want that guy to finish. So I really wanted to go in there and get that little bit of that darkness out and lighten it up, but he just told me to let it grow out. Same thing for the other side, you guys, you know, just really quick, you know, he doesn't really have that much of a beard yet. He's still in high school, only a junior. So I mean, you know, as for me, I'm just a hairy person, you guys. If you guys do know me, you guys do see that I do have a pretty big beard, you know, so this wasn't my case in high school. Cool. So right here, I believe I'm gonna start the color enhancement. You know, you guys, people hate on this so much out here in New Mexico and just all over, and I don't really see why people hate on it so much. You know, women can go ahead and color in their eyebrows to make it look nice and do this and do that to put makeup on, but the minute a man puts something on, you know, it's just not cool, you know. So this is the final look, you guys. If you guys liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Again, follow me at GabeTheBarber9 on Instagram. I really do appreciate your guys' feedback, and I really appreciate the